Hey everybody, this is TJR.
This is Superfan.
And say hello to my little friend. And it is that time of the month. No, not that time of the month. This time of the month. You didn't think I'd say that. VMP, Vinyl Me Please, has sent me their selection of the month.
Oh,
And
fancy.
Fancy, yes. We're going to open this little baby up here and show it to you all and talk about it here.
What will it be?
Indeed, it's a mystery. I know what it is.
And you're the only one.
Well, I haven't told you, that's all. But this month, it's a classic. Of course, I'm subscribed to their rock category. I've been really enjoying their selections in the rock category. And this one is certainly going to be no exception. And let's pull this out here.
Oh,
and
I think I have an idea.
Let's talk about, yeah, you're looking at the back here. But let's show everybody the front cover. And here we go. Here's Little Richard. And, you know, too often on these YouTube channels where we talk about rock, we just talk about classic rock. We don't talk about the pioneers of rock. And I have some collections of, you know, of CDs by, you know, rock pioneers like Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis. But let's go ahead and talk about this one here. And let me just read from the Obi strip here. Here's Little Richard, lacquers cut by Barry Grint, AIR mastering. Pressed on exclusive 180 gram slippin' and slidin' vinyl. Listening notes booklet by Jericho Brown. We call Little Richard the architect of rock and roll largely because of his very first album. The wild, frenetic, and fun Here's Little Richard. 12 tracks of something no one had ever played before and no one had ever heard before from any recording artist, black or white, accompanying his own orgasmic wails and raspy coos by pounding on the piano. He invented an 8-note pattern that we now take for granted as what so much contemporary music sounds like. And so that's from the Obi strip here. And let's take a look inside. Open up the resealable shrink wrap here. Yeah, put the Obi back here. And so here we go. Specialty high fidelity recording. That's of course the vintage label. Here's the back cover here. And we've got some text and yeah. And tracks on this one. Tutti Frutti, True Fine Mama, Can't Believe You Want to Leave, Ready Teddy, Baby, Slippin' and Slidin', Long Tall Sally, Miss Ann, Oh Why, Rip It Up, Jenny Jenny, and She's Got It. And of course, some of these tracks I already know. I have, by the way, never owned this album, but I do have a lot of these tracks on other compilations. And so let's take a look inside. Here is the exclusive listening notes booklet. There we go. And there we go. And here is the record in a black paper sleeve, polylined of course. And let's look at the colored vinyl here. Here we go. They call it slippin' and slidin', but it looks black and white to me.
But it works.
Yeah, it does.
Kind of Pokemon-esque.
Yeah, definitely works for me too.
With the wrong colors?
Yeah. And I'm guessing this is from a digital master because they didn't mention AAA, but that's fine. I hear lots of amazing things done with digital masters, like the Stones in Mono box set. Those were from digital masters, and those sounded better than the CDs. They had just a depth to them that the CDs, in my opinion, didn't have. And but yeah, and that is, yes, that's all that's inside. I am going to give this a listen. And yeah, I know some of these tracks from other compilations that I have, not just of Little Richard, but just 50s compilations. And I need to talk more about music from this era on this channel. There's more to rock than, you know, classic rock. And but yeah, gonna go check this one out now. I'll be right back with a short little review. Okay, we are back. We've done some listening. And before I talk about this though, real quick, I do want to just give a little plug for the video that was released and posted last Sunday entitled "The Most Unusual Rolling Stone Song?" It's a deep dive breakdown into a Rolling Stones classic. If you haven't seen it yet, I would love it if you would just, after you're done here, giving the video a watch. You'll see it, of course, in the links at the end of the video, and I'll put a link for you here under more info as well. Hope you'll check that out. And also, wanted to remind everybody that this coming weekend sees the return of Robert Kinsler to the channel. Yes, he and I are going to do a discussion video where we discuss what we think are some of the best album runs of all time. And so stay tuned for that one. That will be this coming Sunday. Okay, so we both gave it a listen. Do you want to say anything, or shall I?
Once again, VMP does not disappoint.
No, they do not disappoint. They
have never.
No, great sounding, especially for the time period. You know, a lot of this stuff was recorded on like 2-track masters, and most of it recorded live.
In what you could loosely call a studio that I think you'd probably now call a shack.
Some of it, yeah. Some of it not, but yeah. But true. But no, this sounded really good. Now that we have the demixing technology from Peter Jackson's team that was used to help, demix, Get Back, and also allow for a remix of Revolver, it's time to start using that technology for a lot of this older rock and roll.
Yeah.
And separate everything and then put it back together again into a new mix. And I think it's going to be just amazing if we can get that for not only artists like Little Richard, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, all the rock and roll pioneers, and just do that. I think it'd just be awesome for all of these older recordings that, like I said, some of them, recorded only on 2 tracks, some of them maybe only 1 track. Back then, for a lot of recordings, it was all about how you place the mics. You'd have everybody in the same room playing, but it was all about how you place the mics as far as the mix that you got.
Yeah. Or
how it sounded. And so, really enjoyable. I really want to applaud VMP, Vinyl Me Please, for doing this. I hope they'll do more, pioneering rock and roll artists in the rock category.
Yeah, the inspiration of rock and roll.
Exactly. I mean, I like getting the classic rock artists. I really loved the Black Sabbath one they did, the Heart one. I've really enjoyed the Stevie Ray Vaughan one. I've really enjoyed all of the ones they've done in the rock category so far. So I really hope, but I do hope that they do this more often, because we don't get enough of this with these pioneers here. And anyways, though, if you've heard this, let me know your thoughts. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to the patron supporters. Patron supporters do receive exclusive weekly videos not available on this channel. But mostly, thank you for stopping by. Hope you all stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.